Hello, friends. It's me. It's that guy Huff. I'm just doing something here real quick. Um, Fade. And fade. Awesome. Clean that up a little bit. Hi, everybody. This is not a blind draft. I should really have changed the title of this stream. It is actually because I can't afford a draft right now. Let's do standard study. Boom, lost Caverns of Ixalan. Done. I'm Huff, hello, and if you're watching this in the future over at youtube.com/@HuffGMG, this video is brought to you by my company, right there, Great Media. Sorry, hang on, I just got turned around. Great Media Games. You can go to greatmedia.games, use my discount code HuffGMG, and shop a wonderful collection of Magic the Gathering cards that's growing every day. And if you want to be part of that growth, you can also sell me your cards, and we can give you some cold hard cash for the stuff you don't use anymore. Once again, great media games. Greatmedia.games. Check it out. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a grand old time. I didn't post on any of my socials that I was live, so we're doing this raw. We're going up to the elbow alone. Not doing any lube. And I wanted to study a little bit on the standard metagame. So I wanted to look at some decks that people are playing right now for standard. Thankfully, I have all the tools necessary to... Ooh, shit. All the tools necessary to see what's being played in standard. So right now, this deck is the one I have all the cards for. Using... let's go sideways here. I have no sideboard for this because I was just playing one and dones to kind of get it right. Ooh. So instead, the deck is playing a pair of Mishra's Factories as man lands to kind of get past everything. Oh my. Actually, this deck is completely different. And of course, every new format, red deck wins, starts winning. Where'd you go? Okay, so I guess I don't have all the cards for this. I don't know why it thought that I do. Maybe I should log in. Oh, Untapped. Why are you the way that you are? Okay, cool. I don't even know which password worked, but right on. So right now, decks are playing a playset of Bloodthirsty Adversary. They're going down to 2 Feldons, because this deck normally plays like 3 or 4, I think. And the big combination here is Monastery Swiftspear and like any of the Monstrous Rage, Play with Fires. Kumano faces Kakazan because of that sweet prowess ability. I remember when Monastery Swiftspear first came out. That card was bonkers. Still is. Because it gets +1/+1 whenever you play a non-permanent, or a non-creature spell. So your things like Kumano, Monstrous Rage, Play with Fire, Lightning Strike, Chandra, they'll all trigger Monastery Swiftspear, and she'll get bigger. So it's really cool to see her again all over. Dehort, about to go to sleep. Give me that sweet Huff ASMR and raid me over somewhere pleasant. You got it. You got it, D. I'll do my best. Should I call you D or should I call you Dehort? Or Dehort? Or Plays? I'll even turn up the ambient noise in the game for you. This music is actually really pleasant to fall asleep to. Also, thank you for putting me on and falling asleep to the sultry tones. Sure, sultry tones. And you have a good night. Whatever makes you feel like we have genuine human connections, sweetheart. Does Alexis know? Oh, let's see. Win rate today. People are playing mono white right now. And I'd have none of these cards. Apparently. Oh, I'm logged in as all beef wieners. I'm logged in as Bud. Why am I logged in as Bud? There it is. Oh, I will. You do the same. Good night. Okay. Now we'll try this again. I should have... Okay. That should be my account. Apparently I still need 25 rares in order to finish this deck. That's weird, because I have Skrelv. Hang on. Something's broken here. I'm not connected right. There we go. There we go. So, this is something that's seeing a lot of play today. Brainy? Bringing over the raid? Thank you so much, Brainy. How you doing, buddy? We're just relearning the standard metagame. I'm trying to figure out what's good in this hood. I'm trying to see also, like, if any of the new cards affected anything. Ooh, I actually have a die for this. You ready? Ready? I have a dexterity of -1, so 11. Brainy raid roll initiative. I love that gimmick. So this doesn't actually use any of the new cards, so either the set's too new or mono white humans hasn't found space for any of the new cards yet. Oh, because it doesn't even look like it played with... it doesn't look like it played with any Wilds of Eldraine cards either. Yeah, no, none. Been a while, good to see you. Good to see you too, man. I'm glad that you chose me to raid today. I'm sorry I don't have any notifications set up. I'm trying this thing where the stream is bare bones. I will act as my notifications. It looks like people just aren't willing in the mono white shell to give the new cards a chance. What about Selesnya enchantments? What about Selesnya enchantments? Let's copy this bitch. Then again, this data could also just be incomplete right now. Let's see here. Skrelv, the Audacity. Commune of Spirits, Generous Visitor, Michigo, Reign of Truth, Ossification, Spirited Companion, the boy. Look at him, he's so cute. Kami of Transience, Weaver of Harmony, Jukai Naturalist, Calyx Guided by Fate, Catilda, and then all the lands are... Wow. Alright, so enchantments didn't change, like, at all. Maybe a lot of sideboard cards? Yeah, because even in the mono-red aggro list, we didn't get anything. Also, if you hear my cat, say hello. He had a tough day on Tuesday. We had to take him to the ER. Burn has no data. Okay, I must have... Really? Popularity today. Okay, so maybe... Oh my god, watch my slippers. Another raid. A double raid bow. Hello. Look at that. I guess I'm popular today. I was actually legitimately just thinking, like, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get raids again. But gosh dang. Thank you so much, Watch My Slippers. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've seen you as well. Hey, what have you been seeing in Standard, Watch My Slippers? What's been changing? Because I know you play Magic pretty consistently a lot. Have you seen any of the new cards doing anything? I know people want to play dinos. I know people want to try dinos. This isn't going to be like Marvel Snap where I can just see the metagame at a snapshot. Ixalan's changing things up. Oh my god, and a subscription? God, dude. You didn't have to do that, but you did, and I appreciate it. Ixalan's changing things up. All right, so what's new? What card do you think has been seeing the most play, like from your experiences? Because I genuinely would love to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Let's bounce over here and look at Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I remember when Ixalan was just Ixalan and Rivals. Now we've got some Lost Caverns. The new rare cave. Okay. Not collected. Bounce over to lands. Cave. The rare cave. And a Jurassic Park card in every collector booster. Oh, yeah! The Jurassic Park cards. Have you gotten any of those, Brainy? I know you like to open stuff. Second Citadel enters the battlefield tapped. As enters, choose a color. So it's mana fixing. One mana of the chosen color. Oh, hi there. Sunken Citadel. Hello. That's pretty neat. Oh, you're talking about Cavern of Souls. Yeah, Cavern of Souls has been a thing for a while. But I saw the Sunken Citadel, which is an actual rare land cave. And this is neat. Because if you play utility lands, not necessarily the Hidden Necropolises or whatever, because it doesn't specify caves. So if you play any utility land, that just gets cheaper. Those are all Lost Caverns. But I think you understand what I'm going for here. Like your Restless Anchorage, like that's cheaper. Because that actually produces colored mana, right? Yeah. So if you play Sunken Citadel and choose white, you're paying for the colorless and the white on Restless Anchorage with just one land. That's cool. I like that a lot. It enters tapped, but like it makes up for it in a big way. Restless Prairie. We have llamas. Been a bit more on Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately. I'm trying to build the real-life pendulum into Dark Magician. Nice! I got a lot of new stuff, so if you want to come by and take a look at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff, you're totally welcome to. Just messing around with the new Veto as a commander. Veto. Corleone. Alcazats. Veto Fanatic of Alcazats. Flying, whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you gain 2 life This is the first time the ability is resolved this turn. If it's the second time, the opponent loses 2 life. If it's the third time, create a 4/3. Oh. Oh, shit. I want one of those. I want one of those a lot. I like that. I like that. So why is this banned already? Is it broken? I haven't even read it yet. And treasures count. Well, good. I have plenty of cards that like treasures. Add a green. Spend this mana only to cast an artifact spell or to activate an ability of an artifact source. So already underwhelming. 3 mana. Tap, exile 1 or more other artifacts you control with a total mana value X. So you sacrifice a bunch of artifacts to get back 1 big artifact. Okay, so I can see how that would be glitched. I don't see why it would be banned because it's too powerful, but it's definitely glitched. Okay. That's a cool card, though. I'm definitely interested in that. When that fixes, I'll definitely give it a shot. Yeah. Could be the effects village, but I don't... I think that, like, a brand new card would be banned in Standard on Arena for a specific reason. I don't know if this is banned in Paper. I was playing Draft, and it didn't let you take this. It didn't let you take this. It didn't let you play this. Which is why... Which is why I thought it was bugged. I played Draft yesterday. Just Arena, yeah. Eldraine has that Waste Not card, which gives you back all resources for dropped cards. What color is it? Here, I'll wait until you tell me what color it is before I go slipping and peeking and looking and watching and going and throwing. I like this. This excites me. Ojurtak, the deepest foundation. Or deepest foundation. The deepest, whatever. 1 more creature tokens will be created under your control. 3 times that many of those tokens are created instead. So populate 3 times for 1 token. When it dies, return to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control. So if you have a way to sacrifice it, you can bring it back. As a land, you can ramp it. Okay, so the land doesn't matter. So it's literally just if it dies, boom, it's back. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Mondrox Mama. I would play this card. In a token shell. In a token shell, it's probably a win more. Come to think of it. Like if you're playing Standard. Because by turn 6, you should be winning the game or in a good enough position to win the game. Unless you're ramping into it. So I don't know. So, Cavern of Souls has been making... oh, yeah, that would be played in Mono White Humans, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it definitely doesn't get played in Standard. That's a Commander card for sure. Today we're talking about Standard, by the way, in case you didn't notice. We're doing a Standard study for the new cards here. So I've got on this monitor over here, I have all the decks that were performing, well in the previous meta. So like Mono White Humans is going to really like Cavern of Souls. Mono Red Aggro is, I think, 5-color Caves. Well, now you have my attention. It's a 39.7% win rate. So we're trying to be shrines, but with caves. So you play Hidden Courtyards, Hidden Cataract, Hidden Necropolis, all the ones that you can pay 5 mana and cast a free spell, basically. They're all Discover 4. So you can get everything in your deck except for Cosmium Confluence, Colossal Sky Turtle, and Gargantuan Leech. Yeah, no, that's cool. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for bringing your friends. And if I don't see you again tonight, you have a wonderful night and stay safe. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Search your library for a cave card, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Put 3 +1/+1 counters on a cave you control, becomes a 0/0. Still a land, destroy target enchantment. I feel like if you're going to be playing caves, why wouldn't you just play one color? Because you have Sunken Citadel, you have Forgotten Monument, you have Cavernous Maw. You can play any of these at 4. I'm sure there are other caves that are multicolored, or like, why wouldn't you just play like 2 color? And then there's that card that lets things come into play untapped. It's from Lost Caverns. Spelunking. Lands you control enter the battlefield untapped. Oh, you're already playing 4 of that. Okay, that's good. So why wouldn't you go green and white? Go green for Spelunking and white for like the enchantment-friendly deck. And then kind of do a fusion of the two. Do you really want to use Calamitous Cave-In? Hey, thank you. That's a face from over a decade ago. Hell, you could play black too and get Gargantuan Leech out early and just start chewing away. I mean, there's a lot of Caves Matter cards here. And that's all of them. Here. We'll just write cave. Revoke Cave Diver. Sinuous Benthasar. Top X where X is equal to the number. Yeah, that's just not going to be playable. Deep Cavern Bat. Sacrifice another artifact creature, draw a card. No, wait, does that have Caves Matter? No, but it is a cave. Descend 4. That becomes a cave. Dread counter on Grasping Shadows, and if there are 3 more Dread counters on it, transform it. All these Caves Matter cards they don't feel good. You cast a permanent spell using mana produced by Tekultan, the Searing Rift, discover X where X is that spell's mana value. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's hot. I'm interested. When Brass's Tunnel Grinder enters the battlefield, discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards +1. Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a Boar counter on Brass's Tunnel Grinder. And if there are 3 more Boar counters on it, remove those counters and transform it. So this would be in like a deck that, not necessarily a Reanimator deck, but you could definitely put it in something like that. Because then you can fan out back-to-back reanimation spells. Maybe Red-Black Reanimator actually has something here. That's a good card. That is a good card. If there was a way to favorite it, I would. That is a very, very high-value card. Calamitous Cave-In. We already have a bunch of those. Twists and Turns. Creature control would explore instead, scry 1, then that creature explores. When Twists and Turns enters the battlefield, target creature control explores. When a land enters the battlefield under your control, if you control 7 or more lands, transform it, and it becomes Mycoid Maze. That's not a bad card either. Like, I feel like this cave shell is trying too hard to take advantage of what caves are, when what it should be doing is allowing itself the flexibility to go into, like, Twists and Turns, or Brass's Tunnel Grinder, like, stuff like that. Give yourself something. Like, pick a direction and go in it. Most of the Caves Matter cards are going to be sitting in green. Only one of them sits in white, which is Bat Colony, which makes tokens. 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3 in blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in black. Red has 4, so caves matter in black-green more than they matter anywhere else. Captivating Cave is mana fixing. And also pumping. Cavernous Souls, Cavernous Maw, Echoing Deeps. You may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of a land card in a graveyard, except it's a cave. That's great! Especially if you're doing a lot of, like, descending or delving or whatever it is. Dredging, for those of you magic boomers out there. Pit of Offerings enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, exile the 3 target cards from graveyards. Whatever. Who cares? Promising Vein. That is a good card. That is fantastic, because it's a cave, and if you need colored mana, you can turn that into anything else. That's good. So yeah, I think people who are making Caves Matter decks are thinking too hard about Caves Matter. Just narrow it down. So let's go back to what we're looking at. 5-color caves. Mono black discard. That's always going to have a place in my heart. Shieldred. Aclazats. Aclazats. These names are getting harder and harder to pronounce. Bloodletter is 4 mana. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. Okay, that just seems unnecessary. Aclazats, the deepest betrayal, is a bat god. Okay, I already love it. Whenever Aclazats attacks, each opponent discards a card. For each opponent who can't draw a card, whenever an opponent discards a land card, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. When Aclazats dies, return to the battlefield tapped and transformed. So wait, hold on. When it attacks, you discard a card. If you can't discard a card, I draw a card. Whenever you discard a land card, I get a bat. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Blah. Becomes Temple of the Dead. Does it make you discard? No, sacrifice. I love how Aclazats, Alcatraz, all the lols, whatever I want to call him, has this ability that's based on discarding and makes bats, but literally everything else that mentions him doesn't force discards. Right? Like, Tarian's Journal, discard your hand to transform it. Excuse me, I'm clogged up. And then you have Acolyte of Alcatraz. When you sacrifice another creature or artifact, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. That feels like that should be discarding. Because everything that isn't him himself, like everything named after him that isn't him himself, has something to do with life loss. Or sacrificing. Or reanimation. Which it feels like it's better for all the lols if, like, for the Tomb, the Tarian's Journal or whatever. So, like, he's neat. Just not on my radar. Like, it just feels like he should be better. It feels like he should be geared more towards life loss and stuff. Growl Dinosaurs. Here we go. Here we go. Scroll dinosaurs. Triumphant Chomp. So it's a shock to a creature, or the greatest power among dinosaurs you control. So that's really good, actually. So it's at least 2 damage. Ixalan's Lore Keeper to mana ramp. For dinos only. Intrepid Paleontologist for more mana ramp. James Crumpton walking behind me. Belligerent Gearling. Also, fun fact that you have the Chameel in the backdrop of some of these. That's cool. Remember another... Huh? What? Yeah. Whenever a dinosaur enters battlefield you control, you may have Belligerent Yearling's base power become equal to that creature's power. Oh, that's really good, actually. Could see Chomp knocking Shieldred down a peg. So, yes and no. Shieldred still has 5 toughness. Like, I think Shieldred is still just generally good. Triumphant Chomp probably won't put her on the back foot any more than she already is. Because it's not like you have... This isn't the gotcha answer, right? This is just like an answer for her. But you have to have so many other things in play in order to make it happen, and you're playing a dinosaur shell that ramps. So you can get around Shieldred's Edict, but you can't get around targeted removal, which is black is going to have a ton of. So like if you cast Triumphant Chomp being like, got your Shieldred, they could have something, and I know that this is like nitpicky, but they could have something that'll just kill your creature, and then suddenly Triumphant Chomp only deals 2 damage. And you wasted a Triumphant Chomp. You'd have to have 2 bodies on the field in order to make it guaranteed, or they have to be tapped out. It's a good thought. But I think Shieldred is still going to be really powerful for any format that she's involved in. Bonehorde Dracosaur. Now that's a card. You have your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. If you exile a land card this way, put a 3/1 dinosaur on the battlefield. Exile a non-land card this way, create a treasure token. Now that's a card. That's value. I think what would like absolutely stop Shieldred would be like a not a control shell. It's been so long since I played the game. I would know the answer to this if this was 5-6 years ago. But I also could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I haven't paid attention to Magic in so long. Polani's Hatcher, Kogla, and Yadaro. German Carnosaur. Enters the battlefield, discover 5. I definitely see Discover being a very, very, very powerful mechanic. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Hang on. I've got a bunch of crap in my nose, in the back of my throat. Makes it very difficult when your job is talking. So it costs less to X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. When one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur with base power toughness equal to that creature's total power, or the total power of those creatures. Okay, that's pretty valuable. Dinos has a lot of tools. Dinos is very powerful. I don't know how good it's going to be, but just at a glance, this looks fun. This looks good. This looks strong. Moving right along. Next is a mono black combo deck. This is going to be a fun game to play. Spot the combo. Fungus Dinosaur is a cool idea. Yeah! Mushroom Dino. Alright. So I'm assuming the card that makes this possible is the cards from Ixalan. So, Creature of the Schism. Whenever it attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token. When it attacks while you have the most life or tied for the most life, you draw a card and lose a life. I can't see that being a combo piece. Okay. Oh, Deep Cavern Bat's really cool. Just targeted discard that exiles under it, so they... Oh, that's cool. Creature of the Schism, Liliana the Veil, Always Good, Soren the Mirthless, Shieldred the Apocalypse. Hello, baby. Rankle's Prank. Rankle's Prankle. Each player discards 2 cards. Each player loses 4 life. Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. So we're tearing our opponent's hand apart, controlling the board state, protecting our combo. But what is our combo? It attacks each opponent, discards a card. For each opponent who can't, you draw a card. This isn't combo. This is Reanimator, because you got Cruelty of Gix. This is control. This is mono black control. Because there's no combo pieces. Don't get me wrong, it's a really cool control shell. A really cool control idea. Because Graveyard Trespasser, Preacher of Schism. Like, there's a lot of cool things here. We don't see a combo. If you guys see the combo, please tell me. Because I could also just be stupid. Four-color domain. I'm just checking these to see if they've got any of the new cards in them. Which it doesn't. Mono red aggro. Because if I find decks with new cards in them, I'm going to rip them out. Whip them and rip them. And you don't see a combo, you want to play this deck? Yeah, you and I met, Watch My Slippers, when I was big on mono black control. Oh, this has a new card in it. This is Boros Pia. Has a lower than normal win rate. We'll take a look at it. If you want, I'll send you this list when we're done. Or you could just screenshot it, go back when I put this video on YouTube and see what it looks like. Woo. This is Red White Pia. Hello, Pineapple! Battlefield Forge, Restless Bivouac, Sundown Pass, Mirrex. So, Quintorius Khand, the first Elephant Planeswalker, the first Loxodon Planeswalker. It's so cool. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, Quintorius Khand deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature. He has Discover 4 for -3. That's already insane. Exile any number of target cards from your graveyard. Add 1 red for each card exiled. This way you may play those cards this turn. That's wild. That's such a cool idea. I like it when Planeswalkers are just nuts. Geological Appraiser. So this is... gonna be Red-White Discover, I think. 3 mana, 3/3 red, 1/1 spirit creature. Create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature. He has Discover 4 for -3. This way you may play those cards this turn. That's wild. I like it when Planeswalkers are just nuts. Geological Appraiser. So this is gonna be Red-White Discover, I think. Harry's Warcrafting. Deal 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker or battle. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the excess damage dealt this way. You may exile one of those cards, but the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. Okay, so this is just going to be all about exiling cards and playing them. So we got Reckless Impulse, Pia, which whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile. Okay, yeah, that's the whole theme of this deck. This deck is cool. This is something that I would actually play a ton of, just because it uses a mechanic that I personally enjoy, which is casting things from exile. And Quintorius does nuts things when you do that. And discover, you cast a spell from exile, so you're already getting the trigger off of that. Very strong, very cool. And finally you have a place for Pia, which is really cool. This one I'm going to save. I like this deck a lot. The whole concept is really neat. Going down the list, I see Selesnya Enchantments, which I don't see any new cards in. Azorius Soldiers, which could just be Azorius Humans, honestly. This would play Cavern of Souls, but it's not right now, because that's weird. Any tribal deck should be playing Cavern of Souls. I don't make the rules. Nothing in mono black midrange. Mono blue Tempo did not get any fun new toys. Grixis midrange. Got the Ancient one. Bloodletter. Got Terror Tide. Ooh, okay. What's our mana base look like? Goddamn. This is worth looking at, because Grixis was the first deck I ever streamed. Fun fact, I used to be a Grixis player. A dirty, filthy Grixis player. And this has a lot of the same ideologies from that first deck I streamed. The Ancient one being a really cheap, really powerful beat stick. Ancient one can attack or block unless there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard. Easy to do in Grixis. Doing a lot of discarding, dredging, a whole lot of crazy stuff to fill that graveyard up. And you can use him to he's essentially an enchantment that you can draw and discard cards. He is fantastic. 10 out of 10 would bang. Bitter Triumph. Pay 3 life or discard a card, destroy target creature or planeswalker. That's awesome. I'm actually in love with Bitter Triumph. That's so cool. I need to craft 4 of those yesterday. Confounding Riddle. The top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Counter target spell as controller pays 4. The Everflowing Well. Mill 2 cards, draw 2 cards. Beginning of your upkeep, if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform Everflowing Well. Oh, that's so cool. Like, this is a Descend deck. 100%. This is so neat. I would play the hell out of this. Just because, like, Bitter Triumph is a fantastic card, too. Ancient one you need to have in place. That makes sense why you'd be playing 4. And you can play upwards of 3 legends of each of your legends, because you could just discard them with Ancient one or discard them with Bitter Triumph or anything like that, and you lose that redundancy, and then they become Descend fodder. That's cool. That's really neat. This is going to be a save for me. I like this one a lot. That mana base uses all of the man lands that are relevant. Darklick Shores, Restless Reef, Restless Vents. I don't know what the blue-red one is, but this deck opted out of it. That's cool. I like that a lot. Mono White Angels. What changed for Angels? I don't think any... Oh, we got Resplendent Angel. Which we all know what Resplendent Angel does. That looks to be the only change. It's a black-white deck. And you're playing a playset of Cavern of Souls because you're a tribal deck. I mean, not really worth it to bring the Angels deck up unless somebody wants to see it. Mono red aggro. Nothing changed. Mono white humans. Nothing changed. But mono white humans should add Cavern of Souls. Just saying. Mardu vampires. This is gonna be one that probably has some changes. Because we got a lot of vampires with this set. With Bartolome, Sacred Evangelist. Yeah, this is worth bringing up. This is worth pulling. Copy, please. No, I didn't want to click it. All these decks that are playing with the new cards have really low win rates, by the way. Which is an interesting point to make. This one only has a 50% win rate. If I see a Sultai deck, I'm jumping on it. Just saying. Probably a Sultai Descend deck wouldn't be terrible. Playing the Ancient one and the Fungus. Ooh, we might be onto something there. Ooh. Okay. So Ichor Drinker replaces itself after it dies, which is really cool because you're playing Bartolome. Preacher of the Schism. Markov Baron. So just a Vampire Lord at uncommon. That's cool. So you're basically a vampire aggro deck. Vito, Olivia. Playing a lot of Alcatraz cards. Yes, I know I'm saying it wrong. No, I do not care. It's kind of neat. I do like the Mardu color scheme. Oh, heck yeah. Nice. Did you learn anything from your playtest session? Did you change anything? That's dinosaurs. Is there anything different from this dinosaurs deck than the one that I saw? No, not really. Esper Legends. Did Esper Legends change at all? The most important thing about game design and playtesting is learning and changing and fixing. It's all about balancing. I think we reached the end of the list of decks that use new cards. Dimir Control? Nope. Golgari Midrange. Has no changes. Cool. So we've reached the end of that. Our goal, our quest is to cast red or black spells. So, let me just write down a timestamp here real quick. And let's play some games. I want to get more cards so that we can actually build standard decks. I do have a historic deck. I do have historic black-red. Let's play that. And let's lose friends. How to Lose Friends and Alienate People. Starring me. I did it. So we're currently not playing standard. I know. We're playing historic. But I want to use this to kind of learn where the formats are going. I could also play the mono red deck. I shouldn't have kept this. I'm an idiot. But also, let's actually bounce over to standard. Yep, I know. Let's bounce over to standard and let's play with mono red. Probably the best deck we have a chance against. And let's take notes about what our opponents are playing. I want to get good at this game again. I want to be half decent. So looking at this hand, we don't have any extra bodies. So after a turn 1 Kumano, we'll probably lose that buff. Let's go ahead and mulligan it. Now see, this is a hand. So we can go Monastery Swiftspear into Felden. We have plays here. Let's go Bird. Because I'm not planning on playing anything with Monastery Swiftspear yet. And if I do draw a thing to play with Monastery Swiftspear, it's probably going to cost 1 mana anyway. Alright, let's play Felden. Swang! Fading Hope to bounce Felden. Let's see. Let's go for the damage play. We'll play Felden and Reinforced Ronin and swing out. Disappear. So we're playing against like a mono blue control shell. At least that's what it looks like from this angle. Alright, so let's play Swiftspear. Let's swing. If he blocks, we Lightning Strike it. No blocks. We'll play Kumano. And end turn. Ooh, that's value. Yeah, let's play the Reinforced Ronin. He'll get the +1/+1 counter. So opponent played mono blue tempo, which is fine, I guess. Counter artifact or creature spell to let this controller pays 4. Okay, you can. Yep, sure, resolves. All right. Well, let's swing. You have counter magic. You have a way to stop this. There's no way. Yeah. Now I can't work past it. There's nothing I can do to work around it. This game's pretty much over. Now you've got 2. Unless my next couple top decks are like big deal top decks. Consider. That's a big Jin. That's a huge bitch. Invasion, surprisingly, very strong card here. Reaching for my opponent's face is a very powerful piece of what I do. As long as my opponent doesn't have an answer for anything, I'm in a pretty okay spot. Ooh! Moment of truth. Basically draw a card and throw 2 away. Negate. Yeah, this one's over. So, round 1, mono, blue, tempo, aka boring. A keyword that can make it so a creature can't gain abilities? I don't know, man. What's the problem? Like, what, like, if a creature gets Death Touch, it's too powerful? Because I think that's not enough to justify creating a whole new keyword. You should want to give something Death Touch. What is the creature? Like, what does it do? We're going to keep this. We've got Swift Spear, we got Kumano, Strangle, Phoenix Chick. We're playing against red. We're playing against red. Round 2. Oh, it's mono red. Someone's as boring as me. Look at that. Yeah, that, like, does it hit, like, more than one thing in one turn? Kumano. We have Strangle, but we'll play our bird. Swang. Owie. So for 4 mana and tap, you deal 1 damage to each creature an opponent controls. That should be like 5 or 6 mana. Or make it cost X, where X is the number of creatures that player controls. And at that point, just make it deal 1 damage to each of X, up to X target creatures. That way you're only dealing 1 damage to each thing. And you can't target the same creature twice. Feldon. And we'll strangle your Feldon. A Squee. That's something we don't play in this deck. Ooh, a squee for blocking. Can I just kill it right now? Whenever you cast it, you can cast it from the graveyard. Okay. Boom. Swag. Ooh, so close. Kumano. Mono. Red. Aggro. Nobody playing the new cards yet. They're probably like me and like just dipping their toes in. Yeah, but you would word it as each of up to X target creatures. Deal 1 damage to each of up to X target creatures. That way, the way it's worded, you can't target the same thing twice. Invasion of Regatha for the win! Oh, shoot. We made Silver Tier 4. We're the best Magic player ever. I want to play against something that is playing the new cards. Apple cider. Oh, that's funny. That's a good enough hand to keep. And then our veteran, great. Probably playing against mono white humans now. Because why would I play against anything that is playing actual... Yeah, so this creature, so whatever the creature's name is, deals 1 damage to each of up to X target creatures. I promise, I've been playing Magic for a long time. I know how to word that. Phoenix Chick, swag. You're not blocking. Is it because you can't block? No. It's just because you won't. So let's make Phoenix Chick into a monster. I was a judge for a few years, and the wording matters because the wording tells the story you need it to tell. The very wise man says, reading the card explains the card. Bang. Each of up to X target creatures. Yeah, I know. The sentence sounds weird, but trust me. Yep. You can trust me, I swear. Each of up to X target creatures. If you're watching this on YouTube, you have no idea what's going on, which means you should watch this when it's live on Twitch. Join the chat. Talk to me from beyond the internet. We have a ton of fun. Ooh, do I bring the chick back? No. I have a trick to play. Laser Beam. So Laser Beam deals X damage to each of up to X target creatures. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got you at 4. I'm gonna die either way, so whatever. Nope, not playing anything new. So this is mono white angels. They're like me. I did. I always have fun. If you ever mark the frowny face, you're lying. Because you're playing Magic. You're having fun. Magic, like wrestling, is supposed to be fun. What do we get? Akawali. See, that's what tells me that I could probably have a really good blue-black Descend list. I'm going to look at the Descend cards real quick. Or blue-black-green Descend list. Echoing Deeps. Let's see. Set my notes there aside. Blue, black, green. Descend. Cards I don't own. Maybe we should try to just always build a Sultai list for every format. Riffling Well. Waterlogged Hulk. Craft with Island. To make watertight Gondola. It can't be blocked as long as there are 8 or more permanent cards. Snowlands are Snowlands. Snow is an archetype. So, yeah. Snow-covered island. It's just a basic land island that has the snow super type. And that matters sometimes to other cards. Like, that's really the best way to explain it. Deep Goblin Skull Taker. That's an old anime reference that a lot of you are probably way too young for. Only forgotten. Choose one if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard because of it. Choose one more instead. So 2. So we'd want to play the Ancient one. The Ancient one. Corpses of the Lost. Ooh, we'd play the new Tarmogoyf. So the Myco Tyrant. Because we're going to build Sultai. Mega Tyrant and Akawali. The Seething Tower. Red might be a better option for this kind of deck. But I think black, green, blue, because you get that card advantage, will probably do wonders. So Akawali just gets bigger when you have Descend 4, and he gets even bigger with Descend 8. So he becomes a 5/5 with Trample if you have Descend 4. It becomes a 7/7. Trampling can't be blocked by more than one creature when you have Descend 8. So that's probably where you want to be, is Descend 8. Ukenbach, the Great Mistake. Vengeance Menace that reanimates itself. He might be a really strong, like, inevitability win. So already the deck has got stuff in it. Castle of Echoes. But then you do a lot of things that are like draw discard, right? Or draw sacrifice. Will I've Forgotten might be a good card, too. Actually, yeah. Will of the Forgotten would probably be huge. Okay, so that's all the Descend cards that are in that color combination that are really, really strong. And now we kind of go graveyard centric, right? Let's say discard. So we like cards that draw and discard, like Thirst for Discovery, which rewards us for discarding basic lands. Oracle of Tragedy. And there's a battlefielder dies? Okay. Draw a card, discard a card, shuffle up to 4 target cards with mana value 3 or greater from your graveyard to your library. That might be a good one. This deck is going to be pretty gimmicky, all things considered. Galvanic Giant, Ancestral Reminisce. Draw 3, then discard 1, but as a sorcery. Thirst for Knowledge. That'd be really good. So it's either Thirst for Knowledge or Thirst for Discovery. We are thirsty for just one thing. Yeah, because then we would draw 3 cards, discard 2. I think we're going to go Thirst for Discovery, because lands are lands. So the whole point of this is to draw a discard, functionally. So we're going to play Bitter Triumph, because that's busted. That card's so good. I'm a huge fan. Extract the Truth, Heirloom Mirror. Pay 1 life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card, then put a ritual counter on Heirloom Mirror. There's 3 more ritual counters on it, remove them and transform it. Inherited Fiend. Yeah, no, I'm good. Pilfer. Ragged Recluse. To Odious Witch. Yeah, no. But Souls of the Lost, though. That card's nuts. So we're going to play the hell out of that. Raven Man. Dramatic Revelation. Nope. Braid's Frightful Return. Nope. Dying to Serve. Gix's Caress. No. I suppose from one card's exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Maybe. I'll come back to you. Graveyard Trespasser to stop our opponent from doing the same game plan? Maybe not. Liliana of the Veil. We'll grab 4 of those. We're at 60 cards right this second. But I want to keep grabbing stuff that's good because I don't want to I don't want to miss anything. Reveals their hand. Indestructible tempter. Discards 2 cards. An opponent discards 2 cards. Each player discards 2 cards, loses 4 life, or sacrifices 2 creatures. It's a sorcery. Like, it's good, but I don't know if I want to play it in this deck. Blood Tithe Collector. There's a battlefield if opponent lost life this turn. Discard a card. Turn a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you discard Edgar's Awakening, you may black it, and you do return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. Junji Midnight Skies, a reanimation card. Painful Quandary, I know that card. Shieldred. Doesn't really fit our game plan. Cruelty of Gix kind of does. Cruel Grimnark. Dusk Mangler. There's a battlefield, each opponent sacrifices. Yeah, no, that's way too expensive for what it does. Channels. We'll look at all channels after we look for all of the stuff that lets you discard stuff. That's an avenue I didn't think about. We can also use Shigeki to re-rotate stuff back to our hands. Yeah. Favor of Jukai. Jukai Preserver. Obstinate Baloth. Which would be great if it wasn't an ability an opponent controls. No, what the hell? Draw 2, discard 2... Add instant speed is also a permanent. Yeah, maybe. Greater Tanuki. Herd Migration. Boseiju. Auto-include. Takenuma, probably an auto-include as well. We'll probably auto-include the blue one as well, and I just forgot it. Evangel Synthesis enters the battlefield, draw a card, discard a card. Nope. Likeness Looter. Draw a card. Then discard a card. Becomes a copy of the target creature card in your graveyard with mana value X, except it has flying and this ability. Interesting. It's an interesting thought. The Ancient One. Vohar, Vidalian Desecrator. Draw a card, discard a card. If you discard an instant or sorcery card this way, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Sacrifice it. Yeah, no, that's where instants and sorceries matter. Invasion of Amonkhet, actually. Let's throw that in there. Rona, nope. Zero Core Chimera. We're out of our colors now. Troyan. Sky Turtle. Well, Serpent is a Grixis card, functionally. Okay. There's a couple things I want to look at before I bounce back. I'm going to go back to blue, grab Odawara. Rona. Herald of Invasion. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, untap it. Draw a card, discard a card, transform it. Whenever a source deals damage to Rona, Tolarian Obliterator, that source's controller exiles a card from their hand at random. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. She's very good for this deck concept. So maybe we don't even need Thirst for Discovery. Bitter Triumph isn't a permanent either. Maybe we can fix that. Let's channel, actually. Let's do channel. I oopsed. Let's do cards that okay. I own every channel card in these colors. Cool. Aether Channeler, Cyber Trespassers, Mirror Shell Crab. Mirror Shell Crab is really strong. It's a counterspell. Shigeki, Careful Cultivation, Favorite Jukai, Colossal Sky Turtle, which is removal, but not good removal. So we'll probably still play Bitter Triumph. We never want to hard cast Ukenbach, I think. Well, not never. I don't think we have big plays with Myco Tyrant. Invasion of Amonkhet. Any creature, a graveyard. This will be my new project. Something like this. We'll put Shigeki in there. We'll put Mnemonic Sphere in there. Put Crab in there. Just, this is Project Car. There's a lot of redundancy in here. We'll save it as Project. We'll mess with it more as we go. Interesting. Should probably can some of these. What 8 non-format cards does it have in it? Is Historic a rotating format now? No. We should be okay. It's just missing cards. That's all it is. I will delete it. Just think I'm going to delete everything else we made. I'm trying to figure out what is good now. Let's do another couple games with Mono Red. See if we can't figure something out. Jijo. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I've lived a very long day. Let's mulligan that. That is a much better set of cards, I think. What is our opponent playing? That's an island. Oh boy. Reinforce Ronin. Consider. I'm playing against tempo. Yes. Everyone's back on the tempo game plan. Alright. Boom. Reinforced. Okay. Here's another. You're gonna play the guy, right? No? Alright. I'm okay with that. Reinforced Ronin. Bird. Moment of truth. So everyone is currently playing mono blue. Two of my 3 matchups have been against mono blue tempo. Consider. Swiss beer. Play the less viable threats first, so that way when you get to the Monastery Swiss beer, you just go ham. Gin! Ooh, snap. Ronin. Please. Thank you. Probably have a Spell Pierce available. Maybe. Okay. Let's go to blocks. Fair. Make it thick. End the turn. Alright, we might have him. We go strike, strike. We can win. Go away, Infinity. I'm streaming. So we'll Lightning Strike Jin. Negate. Do you have another? You do have another. Alright, we just gotta swing around it. Curate to surveil and draw a card. This is just like a default deck list that everyone goes to at a new format. Admittedly, because it works. It does what it's supposed to. I do love this music for this battlefield. What's the opponent going to do? 2 cards. whole lot of potential answers. What are you thinking about? Like, what could you possibly be spending all this time thinking about? The play is clear. Advance the game state. Player, advance the game state. Go for Swift Spear. Negate that. That's fine. I got you at 2. Tolarian Terror. Alright, your top deck any card that isn't a land. Cool. That's the end of that. Bummer. We still got time. Let's do more. I want to see the metagame play out in front of me. I want people who aren't playing monocolored decks to play against me. Me too. My opponent's name is Chris. I am also that. Let's keep that. That actually has some gas to it. Oh, dear Lord. Cool. Your turn. Do whatever it is you're going to do, mono blue player. Ugh. This would not be so awful if it literally wasn't 3/5 of the field so far. New set comes out. Better dust off the old mono blue tempo list. Sure. Get in for some damage. Now when you play your dude, because now you play the Jin, right? No. Very interesting. Got a removal spell? Am I going to win against mono blue tempo? Oh my god. Thirst for discovery, pop you in the nose. There we go. All right. Just waiting. Just sitting here waiting. Tolarian Terror. Who knew? Alright. Well, let's get this out of the way. Invasion of Ragatha. Negate. Swing. Face. I have lethal unless you play Jin right now. Look, I don't hate the deck. It's just frustrating that it's come up so many times. Sure. It's just where we live right now at the lower ranks. Do you have a counterspell? Cool. We don't even need to play the last turn out. Every time. Every time. I always get that close. And then ripped away from me. Can we play against something that isn't one of those decks? Let's play against something that has Lost Caverns of Ixalan cards. I want to see these decks work. I will literally, like, stop playing if I see... I don't know if I go that far. But I definitely would want to see these decks perform. I want to see them happen. Oh my god, we got black-green. Everybody, hold on to your asses. We got black-green. I want to see what you got. Cavernous Maw, here we go. Mosswood Dread Knight. Ooh, it's probably just Golgari mid-range, but that's so cool. I'm so happy. We actually get some variety in our gameplay. I'm gonna play with fire. Felden. 2, 4, 6, 8. What do you got? What's next? Show me something cool. Boseiju. Akawali! Probably Golgari Descend. Alright, so we saw a black-green Descend list. And I should have let him live longer. So I could see what else was being played in it, because it's specifically something I was looking for. Was black-green. But it's also been so long since we played like a real game of Magic that I wanted to win. I think, yeah, I beat Mono Red Aggro, but I've lost like every other game. Oh my god. This is a mulligan. Get out of here. I'd mulligan that too. Okay, we kick back 2 cards. Kick back Rage and Thirsty. I think that's fine. Oh, hey, Yaden. How you doing, bud? You're up awfully late. Let's go. I think we'll just play with fire there. Nice. Hope it was a good, large, lucrative day for the Lyft Uber enterprise. Oh, come on. You know you want to. Why would you say otherwise, man? Hit a bonus. Yes. Hit a bonus. Oh, okay, so round 7 is another mono red list. We should have just basically conceded to the last guy so that we can, or so that we could get some data on that deck list. Sleep reasons. Well, yeah. Come on. We haven't slept before. Sleeping is for idiots who have nothing to do. That's a lie. I gotta go to sleep in like 20 minutes. And dead people. Correct. I got a lot to ship tomorrow, and then have to go sell my soul to a unfeeling corporation, and then the weekend is pretty much mine after I sell my soul to an unfeeling corporation. Next week, though. Next week is pretty wide open and available. I'm pretty happy about that. What's next week look like for you? You got family coming in? Family going out? You going out to see family? Get in for that. Do we play the play with fire? No. Strangle the squee. Get in for damage. We got Kumano to deal with. Opponent has 1,000,000 mana. Anger. Access 1 plus the number of cards named access or anger. So what? 1? So. Yeah, 1. I could take it. I could take it! Oh, shit. I didn't know you guys were doing seminars outside of the state now. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Playing 2 Ancestral Angers. And a Swift Spear. You got a lot to give. Let's kill you. There's a lot of knowledge up in that noodle. If I attack, I lose. I have to... So I'll play the Phoenix Chick, which can't block. Swing with those 2. And let's just cross our fingers, hope they don't have anything badass. Yes! We did it. We got there. Nah, man, I've heard you teach. That's not kindness at all. That's just fact. D. Hort was in here yesterday, and I said the same thing back then. It's just... Any nice thing I say about people is just a fact. At least in my eyes, it's a fact. So it's an opinion. But still, like, come on. It's not just kindness. It's how I see people. We got time for a few more. Let's see. So we did mono red aggro twice. We beat them both times. We've played mono blue tempo 1, 2, 3 times. Angels once. And we lost all those games. And then we crushed black green Descend. That's fair. D and I had a private conversation too, where like the only person who knows what kind of person you are is you, right? And you need only look in the mirror to know whether or not you're lying. very wise words. I don't know if they came directly from him or if they came from anybody else, but still, like... I don't know, you seem pretty true to yourself. Who gives a shit whether people say? Oh boy, another mono-red matchup. That's what happens when new formats pop up. Nobody knows what to play, so they'll just play mono-red. Charming Scoundrel. Wicked Roll. Attached to itself. It's bigger! This might be trouble. This might be ungood. Strangle an instant? No, it's a sorcery. I'm not planning on blocking with it, so let's just throw it at them. Yeah, definitely. You have a good night, sir. Miss having you around. We finally drew our second mountain. What do you do? You're dead, that's what you do. Oh, I messed up. It's okay. We'll go tall. Or a Brask. What an asshole. What an asshole. I can't do both. Invasion of Regatha and anything else. We'll go a second Swift Spear. We got Lightning Strike, so if... Oh, they got First Strike, though. Let's pass the turn. Maybe we'll cycle Reinforced Ronin. Have Lightning Strike to save my life. Oh, no! Bro, that's my face. Well, we're gonna, of course, Lightning Strike here. And... Ugh. Block those, take one. Can I win with what I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't. That's the end of that. Play Invasion of Regatha. Kill the Phoenix chick. Oh, if I could justify it, I could swing into Invasion. No. No. I have to survive. I'm no longer surviving. I'll take you with me. No, I won't. First strike is an ability. Damn it. I guess we got time for one more. Maybe. That's round 8. Mono red. Our first loss to mono red, actually. L. Somebody be playing something different. What do we got? When's the Pro Tour? Is that like 2 weeks from now? Next week? That's when people start like showcasing what they've been working on. I'm not an excellent deck builder, just so you guys know. I'm going to just be trying to figure out what's good and make things, like make decks accordingly. So let's look at the card lists. What are people playing the most of? Oh, Knight Errant of Eos. But like this is also a young format, so there's not enough data on the format. That's keepable. I don't see why we don't play that. Oh shit. Black Duress? It's a badass Duress artwork. You got my Kumano. Getting for a little bit of damage. Yeah! We can go Reinforced Ronin. Bird. Liliana. Maybe we sacrifice a creature or make us both discard cards. Yep. Goodbye, bird. There. And Reinforced Ronin? That seems weird that you would be so okay with that. You paid 3 mana to kill a bird.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
You're not. You're correct. Trespasser. Ooh, I'd have to discard a card to strike it. Seems worth, actually. We'll discard Sokenzin. Reinforced Ronin. Then I'll probably discard him and draw a card this turn. Good lord. Yeah, let's draw a card. Not what I wanted. Let's go Bloodthirsty Adversary. Swang. And turn, and then we can play with fire on the opponent's face before we draw our next. Oh my god! Why are you like this? It's a fun thing about mono red decks. You get to a point, and suddenly you're just worthless. Oh darn it! Let's draw another card. I think we lose, but I want to see what they do. So far, mono black mid-range. Preacher of the Schism. This is that combo deck we were looking at. Okay. When it attacks, player with the most life, or tied for the most life, create a 1/1 vampire. When it is the least life, tied for the most, whatever. Okay, so if you're tied for the most life, you get a vampire, lose a life, and draw a card. That's a good card. Things make bets. What else are you thinking about? What could you possibly have to think about? I'm playing mono red, I have one card in hand. It's probably a lightning bolt-ish thing. It's not enough to kill you or any creature you control, so why are you stalling? Play Felden, swing. Fair. That 2/4 body is actually really, like, that. It's making me want it. It's making me want it. I think we have a goal to go for. Monocolored decks might actually be a thing now. That's really cool. Like, genuinely exciting. You wanted to kill me the funny way. Oh, that's hilarious. You're a jerk. I appreciate that. Well, folks, that's about the end of it for me. Played against Mono Black midrange for round 9. Came up a little short. So we've got some things to think about going into the new metagame. Tomorrow, I won't be playing Magic. Tomorrow we're going to be on Marvel Snap. Because Friday, Saturday, Sunday are going to be my breaks from this. So this is going to be 4 days a week. We're going to play Magic the Gathering Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then we're going to play Marvel Snap on Friday. And then we're going to do selfish content, which I've already been talking to some people about what I want to do there for Saturday and Sunday. This Sunday is going to be a little different. We're probably going to stream live on the way home from Colorado Springs after we do a show. I've been hired to work with somebody in Colorado Springs, so stay tuned for that. I'll tell you more about that later. It'll be James Crumpton and I traveling back to Colorado Springs, or traveling back from Colorado Springs to Denver. So we're going to be hanging out, having a good time, answering questions, talking about what happened, what we did, why we did it, and why we care. But that being said, this has been wonderful. This has been fun. I like you guys. I think I'm going to keep you. We're going to find a person to throw the raid bow at. Is it this one? Yes. That is a person's neck just on my screen right now. Let's see. I want to raid into somebody who's also playing Magic. Let me see. Throw some love to somebody in the Magic the Gathering category. Pro Tour queue. Testing best of 3 historic. Let's throw some love over to somebody who's playing Standard. I want to watch somebody play Standard while I set up this video. What the hell? Mono blue combo? Everyone's playing historic. Nobody's playing standard. Are you playing standard? Looks like you're playing caves. That's what it looks like. Do you have sound? Do you have audio? Are you alive? You don't talk to people.
This is the only.
Thanks, Twitch, for all the ads.
You've got this. Remember, State Farm is there to support you. Besides, I think I know a guy.
You want to make a big kid? Timmy Tenders knows how.
Let's do this, Gramps.
I'm only 33. Give me a Y, give me a space bar, give me a space bar, give me a mouse touch, give me a mouse touch. Now talk to Chad.
Let's try it.
This is historic. But it's Abzan. So let's send you guys over here. I'm sorry, I haven't been talking much because I just wanted to screen these streams. Alright, if you're watching me on Twitch, you're going to go over to Patient DJK. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'll see you next time. If you want to come watch the streams live, come to twitch.tv. Yeah, twitch.tv/HoffGMG. It's been a long time since I promoted that. If you're watching on the YouTube, and if you're watching on Twitch, you can watch this ad-free. It'll always be ad-free, forever ad-free, over on youtube.com/@HoffGMG. Thank you so much, folks. Have a wonderful night. I love you. Be safe, and we'll see you for more Magic next week, but we'll see you for some Marble Snap tomorrow.